Good morning and welcome to the Celebration Space. My name is Kaylee Phelps and today we are talking about an introduction to my holiday cleanse. I am super excited to talk about this, mostly because it's something that I have been doing ever since I've lived on my own. So I went to school in Chicago and lived on campus for 2 years, and then lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate for 2 years, and then moved down to Atlanta. I lived by myself, and then Tyler and I moved in together into this space. So every single year I have been doing a holiday cleanse right before going into the holidays, mostly because I've lived in small spaces and it has necessitated it. So I always know going home that there are certain types of gifts that I'm going to receive. So I normally like to focus on those types of areas. And also I think the holidays are a really good time to do this because we're already moving a lot of things around our home. So if you watch any of my other videos, you may have seen that starting in September, I do these layers for fall, depending on, just general fall, and then layer in some Halloween, and then layer in some Thanksgiving. So our homes haven't looked quote unquote normal since, the end of August. So we've been moving things around, and especially around this time when things are getting cold, you might be bringing out different linens, you might be switching around, you might be seeing home decor that you haven't seen since the end of August. You might be hiding gifts different places. You might be, putting up and down decorations. So this is a time of transition. So it's a good time to really look at what you've gotten throughout the year and also look at what you might be able to cleanse out. I do prefer the word cleanse over purge, just because what maybe it doesn't fit in our home anymore will definitely fit in someone else's home, which is also another reason I think this is a great time. It's a season of giving. We see a lot of animal shelters that need extra linens. That's one of my top places that I'm going to go through next week. And so we see a lot of different things that are going to really help other people if we go through it at this time as well. 2020 also presents a specific challenge of how our homes have not only become home, but it's also become entertainment center, gym, restaurant, all of these different things where we maybe collected home office, that's one of the biggest ones, but that means that we've collected even more stuff. So also doing a lot more online shopping than we've ever done. We actually knock things out of the park for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We spent more than we ever have. Don't quote me, I think it was $10.8 billion on Cyber Monday, which means also that we aren't physically holding on to items as we're shopping. So we might not be thinking about the physical space that they're going to take up in our homes. We are doing the quick click and buy, so that's going to arrive in our space, and maybe we end up with more clutter than we normally have. Lisa's getting out her holiday Christmas dishes. I have my Christmas dishes out. I have lots of stuff out. I actually did a big reorganization, which I'm going to talk through next week. And so that's why I really wanted to talk about the introduction to my holiday cleanse, and also let y'all know that I'm going to go through 5 areas of my house next week and really walk you through what my cycle and process is of going through things around the holidays, how I organize it, normally where I donate certain items, and also just kind of the process that I go through when I'm thinking about what I asked for Christmas, and whether you're celebrating Diwali or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, this is something you can practice no matter what. And also, if you don't even decorate for the holidays, which I totally understand. I mean, Tyler and I put up our holiday decorations on December 1st, and a lot of times we go home for Christmas, and so they're really only up for 3.5 weeks or so. But if you don't decorate for Christmas, you don't decorate for any holiday, it's also a great time just to cleanse out so that you can start the new year fresh. Again, especially in 2020 where we've been doing the good old click and buy and we're accumulating more things. So that is what I have. Mostly I am going to focus on those 5 different areas. So the first one, like I mentioned, I'm going to talk about decor, decorations, and gift wrap. So I have a ton of gift wrapped. I've been going through all of these things. They're all kind of centered in my little guest closet, which has also become a home office for Tyler. So really just reorganizing that. Closet and dresser is a huge one. I don't go shopping for myself for clothes as much, but my mom always gets me a ton of clothes for Christmas, so that's something that I normally make sure that I go through just to make room for, clear out the old, make room for the new. Books and games, I love to read. Tyler loves to read. We have a little pile of books that we actually had double of, which I've already been accumulating in my closet for a big donation pile. So that's something that we're going to do. We love board games and puzzles, so that's something that I'm anticipating we might get some of, and also just something that even if we don't get any new stuff, we definitely can go through now. Kitchen and appliances. I had this whole thing over Thanksgiving when Lisa was here where I was just looking at some of my Tupperware and what I had and what was fitting, and just kind of looking at, okay, does this work, does this not work, what can I go through and just reprioritize. I also have things like a s'mores maker, which we haven't made s'mores all year, so that might be on the chopping block. So just things like that where I'm going to go through and see what we're using, see what we're not, and then of course consult Tyler and go through that stuff. And then bathroom and linen. So again, I talked about how there are a lot of linens that can be donated, especially to animal shelters during this time when it's really chilly. So that's something that I want to go through. Also, kitchen and bathroom are great places to go through for things that are expired. So even if you're not going through something just to, cleanse it out or donate it, also making sure that you don't have some, like a lotion that's like 8 years old that's pushed to the back of the closet or expired, different, first aid kit stuff. So making sure that we're going through those things as well before we go into a brand new year. There's going to be some things in your kitchen and in your bathroom that expired in 2020. So seeing if you can use those things up before they expire as well. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Again, this is just kind of something that I do annually, and I thought it might be fun to do with y'all. If you have any spaces that you would like to focus on or that you would like to kind of chat through as we go along, this is definitely something I want to make more interactive this year, and then maybe do a group next year where we can work through things together, maybe do private Zoom calls, all of that fun stuff. And then, I hope that you'll join me. Again, this kicks off on Monday and will be really, really fun. So I promise not to make it just y'all like watching me go through my items. It'll be hopefully really fun and interactive. And again, congratulations making it to Friday, making it through the first week of December. And until next time, enjoy celebrating today.